Hi guys, Alex here from Drayton's, who have got an Abarth 500 1.4 T-Jet finished in Gara white solid paint. All the wheels and tyres are in good condition. These are 17-inch 10-spoke alloys. These are an optional extra. The alloys have all just been fully refurbished as well, so they look very, very nice. At the back you get an alright sized boot for the type of car it is. It is a little city car at the end of the day, but the boot's actually not a bad size, and those back seats will fold down if you need any extra space. They are 50-50 split seats as well, rather than a single bench, so they are easier. If you've got 3 people in the car, then you can still have the extra bit of storage. And it is obviously a hatchback tailgate, so it's easier to load and unload. It's got MOT until the 4th of the 11th 2023 and was last serviced on the 5th of the 11th 2022. We have the cloth black and red sports seats, fixed headrests, nice sporty styling, decent bolts on the side and the base to keep it in place. They are comfortable as well, which some cars with sports seats, I'll be honest, aren't, but this one, the seats are very comfortable, and despite the sort of sports lowered suspension, which is standard from factory, the ride isn't actually crashy. It's still pretty smooth. And you do also have 2 rear seats as well, because it is a small car, so you only get 2 seats rather than 3. Up front we have your rev counter on the central ring and your speedo on the outer ring, with various different trip computers on the centre. So you've got you can have your radio as it's showing now. You can also have various different things on there too, so you can change that. You can set the date and the time all from the little menu button there. You do also have your fuel gauge on the left and temperatures on the right for the oil. On the screen in front, this is the first generation of the Abarth 500, so it's a fairly simplistic interior. It's very, very similar to the Fiat of the same age. Obviously it is the same car, well, based on the same car. So you've got FM, AM radio. You'd also have Blue and Me Bluetooth connectivity for phone, as well as an MP3 player, which is located just down there, and a CD player on there too. Down here we have a sport button, so if you press that you will get a sharper throttle response. It does make the exhaust sound even fruitier, and the steering gets a bit heavier. The steering is quite heavy already. It's quite a sporty rack, so it does make it slightly heavier. It requires more input for the road, but it is a really, really nice car to drive. It's very, very fun, and I personally love the look of these cars. I mean, I love a Fiat 500, but the Abarth is just it's a great little car. Down here we've got your climate control, so we've got single zone climate control, fan speed, temperature, and direction, as well as a heated rear window and torque transfer control button there as well. So if you press that, it will aid in coming out of corners at speed, things like that. So it transfers the weight to various different wheels, the power to various different wheels. It's essentially sort of an electronic differential, so it can transfer the power to whichever wheel's got the most traction, which is a nice little thing, especially if you're sort of going to be driving it slightly hard, obviously staying within the speed limit, etc. But if you're going to enjoy driving it, which is what this car's sort of made for, then that's a good button to have. We've got your window switches on either side, as you would find in a Fiat 500, and we have a 5-speed manual box. It's a nice short sporty gearbox with a leather gear knob. You can get an alloy gear knob for these as well if you prefer. It just comes off and you can change that over, but this one's got the leather one on it. Yeah, it's nice sporty gear change. As I said, you've got your MP3 input there for USB. You have a couple of cup holders and an old-fashioned cigarette lighter there if needs be. You do have a proper manual handbrake as well, again keeping the theme of the Abarth interior. You've got black with red stitching, and you've got a couple of cup holders in the rear also, as well as height adjustment for the driver's seat, and various different stages of recline. In front of you, you've got an Abarth sports steering wheel in leather, nice size steering wheel, nice design as well, again black with red stitching. On the left hand side you've got your volume controls, on the right hand side you've got your hands-free controls, and various other things on there as well, so you can set the Bluetooth using these buttons here. And then yeah, it's a nice laid out steering wheel. It's good size as well. Left hand side you've got your light stalk, right hand side you have your wipers, and then on the end you've got your trip computer, so you can change the various things on there. So you don't have to have your radio, you can have your trip computer, your fuel range, stuff like that on there if you prefer. And then we've got electrically adjustable wing mirrors just down here as well. One thing I did forget to mention is your turbo meter, so it measures the amount of pressure in bar for the turbo. It's quite a nice feature, you don't really see it on many cars, but I quite like it. And you've also got in the centre here is a gear shift indicator, which can turn on and off depending which mode you're in, whether you're in normal drive or sport mode. But yeah, it will indicate when to shift up gear depending on which drive mode you're in. You do have this nice white plastic which breaks the cabin up a bit rather than it all being black, and a little sort of storage area here which has just got the manual in it. At the back, as I said, you've got the same seats, soft cloth in the rear with headrests, and they are split fold seats as well. So really nice car. You do have various different Abarth badges all around it. The alloys look really nice, and you do have the optional red stripes and red wing mirror caps on there as well, which just sort of add a bit of sportiness to it. It's more aggressive front bumper, rear bumper than on the standard Fiat, as you would expect. Deeper side skirts, obviously different wheels with low profile tyres, and a nice boot lip spoiler. You do also have the lovely twin exhausts at the back, which make a really throaty sound, especially at low speeds. So it's a really good sound. I don't know really how they get that sort of sound out of a 1.4 engine, but yeah, small little 1.4 turbo engine with 135 horsepower is this version. So it's not particularly slow, 'cause it's a decent amount of power in a car of this size. It's just a fun little car to drive, and if you've never driven one, I would recommend it. It will come with 3 months gold cover warranty, which can be extended for as little as £99 for a total of 6 months. We do have a range of finance options available, so if finance is something you're looking for, then we can help you out with that as well. If you need any more information on this car or any of the other cars we have in stock, please go to draytons.co.uk. Thank you.